The stage is set, the pieces are moving, and Marvel Studios has just pulled back the curtain on what might be its most ambitious ensemble yet, Avengers Doomsday, the 2026 cinematic event that promises to shake the very foundations of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has unveiled a staggering roster of heroes, villains, and everything in between. And if the names alone are any indication, this isn't just another chapter, it's a seismic collision of legacies, reboots, and long-awaited returns. At the heart of it all, a reunion of titans. Chris Hemsworth's Thor, weathered by cosmic battles and personal trials, stands shoulder to shoulder with Anthony Mackie's Captain America, a mantle now fully embraced. Letitia Wright's Black Panther, carrying the weight of Wakanda's future, shares the screen with Paul Rudd's ever-charming Ant-Man, while Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes and Wyatt Russell's John Walker bring the complicated legacy of the Shield into play. But that's barely scratching the surface. Because Marvel isn't just bringing back familiar faces, it's weaving entire franchises together. The Fantastic Four, long absent from the MCU's forefront, make their grand entrance with Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn's fiery Human Torch, and Yvonne Mossbacher's ever-lovable Thing. And let's not forget Tenoch Huerta's Namor, whose presence alone could reignite the tensions of Wakanda forever. Then, of course, there are the mutants. Patrick Stewart's Professor X, Ian McKellen's Magneto, Kelsey Grammer's Beast figures once confined to Fox's X-Men universe, now stepping seamlessly into the MCU's tapestry. Add in Channing Tatum's Gambit, Rebecca Romijn's Mystique, and James Marsden's Cyclops, and suddenly, Doomsday feels less like a movie and more like a live-action Marvel vs. Capcom roster. But the real showstopper? Robert Downey Jr.'s return, not as Tony Stark, but as Dr. Doom. The man who launched the MCU now steps into the role of its most formidable intellectual villain. A twist so delicious it could only be pulled off by the Russos, who returned to direct. Downey's presence alone guarantees a performance layered with arrogance, genius, and that signature which is now weaponized. And yet, for all the star power, the question lingers: how does Marvel balance such an unwieldy cast? Infinity War and Endgame managed it by splitting narratives, but Doomsday seems poised to go bigger, bolder. Will Sentry's godlike power destabilize the team? Will Loki's schemes resurface? Can Yelena Belova and Red Guardian carve out space in a story already bursting with icons? One thing's certain, this isn't just a movie, it's a cultural moment. A culmination of decades of storytelling and a dare to top the impossible. The pieces are in place, the players are ready, all that's left is to wait and brace for impact. Asterisk, the bright side is that the Russos, despite doing nothing of note since Endgame, have been here before. We're about to find out whether their remarkable Avengers doubleheader was a cosmic fluke fueled largely by the immaculately planned movies that preceded it, or whether they've genuinely cracked the code for making 3-hour character pileups that somehow feel like tightly choreographed cinematic symphonies. Perhaps this intensely wearisome live stream thing was, after all, just a cunning ruse to bore us all into extreme tedium before the real spectacle begins. Maybe, just maybe, Doomsday will be the greatest multiversal orgy of shameless nostalgia since No Way Home. And if it's not looking that way yet, all Marvel needs to do is bring back Lou Ferrigno's Shirtless, Green Hulk, and Mickey Rourke's Ivan Vanko, and we'll probably all forget we ever doubted them.